join us tonight? That's always the question. The answer always seems to be yes, but can't see anyone here just yet. Never mind, it's full moon. We have arrived finally at the 28th of no, it's the 29th, what am I saying? 29th of December 2020, and the moon is full. She's not quite full yet. She's going to be full about 3:15 a.m. in UK time. A bit earlier than that in the States and Canada, no doubt. You know what? I'm such a fool. I've got this new microphone, and I haven't put it on yet, so let's just do this, because otherwise it's not going to work. There we go. Is it switched on? Yeah, it looks like it's switched on to me. Okay, that's good. Well, hello, Adrienne. How are you tonight? I'm really glad you could join us. Full moon night it is. So I've got the Moonology cards and various other decks as well. I've got a big pile of decks next to me here. Hello, Spiritual Stepladder. So glad you could make it. Well, I wasn't sure when I'd go live again, but then I thought, well, full moon, why not? You know, what's not to love about full moon? And Smiling Heart, where they, yeah, new backdrop. It's my Christmas present backdrop, Miss Stepladder. It really was. I went to Aberystwyth because we were like allowed to break the lockdown and go somewhere for Christmas Day. And this was my Christmas present. I really like it. It's much bigger than will fit on the camera. So it's got roots on it and all kinds of things. But yeah, really pretty, is it not? And I've got this microphone thing here as well, but I hope it's going to make it a bit better, because usually if I move my, hang on a sec, is that in? Yes, it is. Because usually if I move my head slightly, it sounds as if I'm in the next room shouting down a hole in the ground. That's no good, is it? Dropped a card, excuse me. Was I supposed to read this card to someone? I'm going to read this for Spiritual Stepladder. Okay. Now, this rings true. I remember doing other cards for you that ring true with this. It says, you're very close to achieving your goal. And it's a gibbous moon. You know, being Moonology, it has all the different phases in it. Yeah, very close to achieving your goal. And that has been the thrust of what's been coming through for you lately. We're definitely in the realm of magical enchanted art there, I'm sure. Have I actually pulled this same card for you before? I might have. I really might have. You can imagine yourself sort of lying on the ground in the woods somewhere, looking up at the, well, it's a gibbous moon, but I mean, a full moon is just about as gibbous as it's possible to get. Gibbous is the opposite of crescent, you know. But you're not quite on your full moon right now, okay? But it's coming up, the full moon of your actual achievement, not just progress, but your actual achievement is coming very close now. And trying to get a bit of a mediumship thing going here, because it's what I do, but I like to kind of tune into it. Something about your mum, Spiritual Stepladder. Now, I think she would have... I don't even know if she's in the spirit world, but I just got this strong feeling that there's energy from your mum behind what you're actually doing at the moment. It involves things that you, not actually things you learned from her so much as a way of thinking that you've kind of inherited from the family line, you know. And there's a feeling of pride there, because it seriously hasn't been easy. By your side always, and she's in spirit. And she got you your house move. Great. Well, I'm sure she's working very hard on this at the moment as well. Yeah, I thought it was your mum. That's a typo, wasn't it? It comes up like that. Quite embarrassing when you're trying to sort of do internet dating and it comes up with the wrong word. But yeah, she absolutely is. I'm seeing her. She looks to me like, I think she was concerned about her appearance towards the end of her life, you know. I suppose a lot of people are. But she's just showing me that very briefly. I mean, she's in really good shape in the spirit world, as I'm sure you can imagine. You know, any problems people had with their health or they've been through. And I think there was a lot of worries for her close to the end, actually. All of that dissolves and they become pure light. Becomes amazing. Hi to you, Debbie. So glad you could join us. You're also Cancer Sun. All right. Wow. Aquarius is a great thing to have rising, actually. because it makes you think more out there. It makes you kind of project your thoughts more, I suppose, and that's what really attracts the good things in. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it was similar with my mum. Although my mum was kind of knocked out at the end because of the pain, and I don't think she really even would have known she was coming to the end when she did. But yeah, you know, she'd always kind of feared, you know, being ill in her old age. And, you know, sometimes the end comes as a friend, doesn't it? Janie, right, that's what I should call you. Okay, I will, Janie. Yeah, because like Madam Stepladder sounds really weird, doesn't it? It's just like the first thing I could think of and the only thing I could think of in the end. But I don't want to leave the ladder theme behind because you really are going up your spiritual step ladder. Actually, I've got to say to you, much more than halfway up it, and that's similar to the message that came with the card, but you're really much higher than halfway up it. Hello, Kasana. Hi. Hee. I'm really glad you could join us. Happy full moon to one and all. It's coming up to full now. It'll be full. It's just after 8:30 in UK. Makes it about, I think it's something like between 6 and 7 hours that we get the full moon. So the veil is thinning nicely, like it did last time we met this way. Okay. Now then, I've got this deck here, right, which I'm going to use tonight. For over how many? It disappears before you've seen how many. For over 30 years, right? Wow, great. I mean, actually, you've outdone me there, actually, Janie, because I've been working. Well, I've known I was working for them for about the last 12 years. When I look back, I think maybe I've been working for them all my life. I think maybe we all have. And hi to you, Raven, by the way. Someone asked me years ago, you know, how long have you been a medium? And when I started going back over it, you know, experiences when I was a small child that I've probably told you about before, actually, that, you know, that would only really happen to a medium. You know, you think you're going mad when it all starts, but, you know, you're not. It's just kind of once you start working in the psychic realms and the spiritual realms, you're into a world where people don't believe it's for real. Most people don't believe it's for real, so most people are going to think there's something crazy about it. And a lot of people are pretty uncomfortable if you start proving it is for real. Adrienne, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Sag rising. So this moon is home to you. Yeah, great, actually. And it's the cold moon, you know, but that's just a name for it. It's pretty cold weather. It's lovely and warm in my room here tonight, I'm happy to say, but yeah, it's absolutely freezing. And yeah, Kasana, you must be freezing as well, because you're not far from me, I know. I'm about 30 miles away from you. I'm in Llandersil. Well, I'm always in Llandersil, it's where I live. Christmas Day I went to Aberystwyth, though. Great place to have Christmas Day. Kasana, I'm going to do a card for you. I know other people were first and stuff, but I don't exactly run a list. I go where kind of spirit take me, you know. And hello, Sin. Oh, I'm glad you joined us. Yeah, I'll be happy to do that for you, Debbie. For a birth chart, right, you don't absolutely have to have your birth time. It does help. It does make it a bit more accurate. But we can do a sunrise chart and just adjust the house calculation a bit and actually get very good results. So if you can't find out, do not worry. Thank you, Andy. And many blessings to you too, actually, Janie. Thank you very much for being here. Stick around. We are far from finished yet. Okay, well, I'm going to do a card for Kasana Chance now. Kasana Montana. Is that your real name? Or is that just a Hannah Montana thing that got in there? 2 cards for you, actually, Kasana. I get told sometimes, you know, no, not that one, 2. Well, that one and the next one to it. First one I got for you, find the blessings in your current situation. So, I know that, you know, West Wales isn't a fantastic place to be at the moment. In fact, nowhere in the world is really when you think about it, because everything's, you know, going slowly. The only thing that's really growing is internet stuff, actually, at the moment, and even that's kind of going slow because, well, YouTube goes down as more people watch Netflix and stuff. But I'm an old man. I remember the days when YouTube was new. I joined in 2007. I was like still in my early 40s, but there you go. Krishna, okay, so it's a kind of a meditative thing for you, Kasana. You're going to have to kind of really use your third eye, I think, to really find the depth of the true blessings that you've actually got. But I'm being told in my head that you have actually got a lot going for you, and I think you're aware of it and grateful to it as well. So, stay focused is the other card I brought out. Just going to quickly, Adrienne, what's that? Just said a female voice in my background. Well, there's nobody here. Must have been a spirit voice, actually, in that case. And I wouldn't pour any scorn on that at all. I think that does happen. There's a portal. It's kind of here and it goes off camera a bit. But that's one of the reasons I like to sit here, actually, because there is a portal. And this house is 400 years old, you know, so there are many souls around. And I'm always very pleased when they pop in. But yeah, Kasana, find the blessings in your current situation, card number one. And the other one is stay focused, okay? A bit like what I said to Janie a minute ago, Kasana, things are picking up for you, okay? It might feel like things are going nowhere, and life does feel like that for just about all of us at the moment, but things are moving, things are definitely going places, okay? This is Katumi, and you just got to look at the intensity in his eyes there, okay? He is really, really focused, and he's an ascended master, and he's, you know, he's kind of calling on you to do the same thing, really. That's why he's come through. And we've got this earth colour to this card. So a definite need for some... I'm not going to say you're not grounded, Kasana, because I think you are. I really think you are. But just kind of develop that grounding. Stay grounded as much as you stay focused, okay? And living where you live, I guess you're not too far from the trees. I guess you're not too far from the countryside. None of us are here in West Wales. There's beautiful green energy everywhere. Ground yourself into that green energy, okay? I must make a video about that, you know, because it's something I'm always saying. And, you know, what does it mean, green energy? It's a bit out there. I just mean the goddess energy, the energy of the earth, okay? Because if you put those roots down, it kind of helps you stay focused, you know. It kind of holds you still in this crazy world. A lot of green around you, great. Well, I don't know, do you know Sammy by any chance, Kasana? She's my sort of working partner. We did a live together on New Year's Day. But she lives in Aberystwyth anyway. That's my main sort of link to Aberystwyth. But yeah, stay focused. And first card, find the blessings in your... Oh, you do? Oh, I thought you might. Yeah, she's great, isn't she? Very, very kind-hearted lady. And Debbie knows her as well. Well, it was Sammy that gave me this wall hanging, actually. And I haven't ironed it. It's got lines all over it. But maybe I'll take it down and iron it soon. Hello, Karen. Thanks for the message. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, because you were with us on the last one. Well, I hope you had a good Christmas, Karen. It kind of been an easy Christmas when you'd just gone through that. But, you know, I hope you got some time to kind of, you know, just a bit of R&R, a bit of rest and relaxation for you. I really hope. I got this feeling things are mending. I mean, they're going to mend very slowly. That's the way it is. But, you know, you'll get there. And the feeling I've got in my mind now is that you actually are getting there. And someone up there is happy because you have kept on keeping on. Actually, I'm being told you're still kind of focused, you know. Yeah. 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 I've known her probably about 6 years myself, and it's been great. I met her first when I was taking a service in the old spiritualist church in the Quaker Hall in Pen Park. And I knew she had the gift, you know, and... well, she's been a medium longer than I have, but she hadn't been in the churches, and we sort of got her in the churches, and she's taken me on quite a journey ever since, I must say. Absolutely amazing lady to know, I'm no mistaking. Now, I'm drawn to the Kyle Gray deck now. That last deck, Kasana, was Ascended Masters. I've had it donkey's years. It's one of the first decks that I ever got. Oh, donkey's years ago. And it's very good. I like Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray, which is the one I'm about to use now. It's more modern. It's kind of more focused as well, you know. Yeah, it's a beautiful deck, isn't it? Yeah, I love it too. And we go back a long way. The writing's starting to fade off the box now, and it goes back to when Doreen Virtue was in her heyday, because it's her deck that she created. And since then, she's gone off to become a Christian, and she doesn't want anything to do with us anymore, sadly. Well, she probably does, but not in the healthiest way. Sin, I'm not much practicing ritual, but want to do full moon ritual this evening. Any suggestions? I can smudge, do gratitude list. What else? Well, Sin, I actually think you're in the zone for that, and I think it's going to go well. And I don't know that you necessarily need to add anything to yourself or what you're doing, or take anything away from yourself or what you're doing to actually get the most out of that, because intent is everything, you know. But do you have a wand, Sin? That would help you, you know. If you have a wand, there's something about using a wand. It just kind of helps focus the intent and focus everything. Gratitude list is a great thing as well, you know. But if there are things you actually want to manifest, Sin, I would strongly recommend see it not so much as I want this to happen sometime in the future. See it as, you know, visualize it happening now, okay? It's not to say it will happen now, but it'll get the energy flowing, you know, because we're always dealing with the energy of the moment. And there is a moment of full moon, and that is a very powerful moment. So see it all as being real in that moment. But I think the only thing you need to really take with you is yourself, Sin. And you've done a lot of practice and a lot of work, I know. And you won't stop growing, you know. But I think you're doing pretty good already. It's just, you know, you might as well keep going. Love to have your own little house. Oh, yeah, you know, I'm a really lucky man to have my little house here. I really am. But, you know, put your feelers out, Sin. Put those feelers out and actually ask for that, because it can happen, you know. Adrienne started your candle ritual last night. Great stuff. And burning a copy of your full moon manifestation list. Great. Actually, you really kind of give it to the skies that way. And the answers are always kind of out there in the universe. But when you actually have that, you know, burn that list and really make it happen, that's a great way to do it. Not the only way to do it, but it's a real great way to do it. Suze, haven't heard from you for ages. Hi to you. Much love to you too. And how are things in Vancouver Island? I wonder, Suze. It's great to hear from you. Debbie, I will do you a card very shortly, actually. I am led that way. But I want to do one for Adrienne at this moment. Hello to you, Yvonne Delette. Am I moving by the spring? Not sure, okay? I'll come to you and I'll tune in and do that in a minute. We're blessed with a few more people all at once than usual tonight. And that really is a blessing. I'm delighted, you know, the more the merrier. But I don't have a list and I don't have any moderators or anything. So I just kind of go with the flow as it comes in. So Adrienne, one for you, I think. So send your thoughts out, Adrienne, if you'd really like to kind of attract an answer to a particular question. The card I've got here for you, Adrienne, is Gaia, Earth connection. So we're sort of looking at grounding again, but I feel that it's a different issue. I think you are certainly familiar with the idea of grounding yourself, and I've no doubt you'll be doing it. But it says, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. Now, this makes me think, actually, Adrienne, of water. And it is a very watery card. It looks like she's standing in front of the sea there. Or is it the sky? Very hard to know. But there's a sort of ecological feeling. There's a need for pure water, Adrienne. So, I mean, if you get the chance, and not everyone gets the chance, but if you can get really pure, clear water, that's the thing to do. A lot of the bottled waters on the market are actually, you know, they're just tap water with a label on. I don't know if you watch Vivian Tries, Vivian Tenorio. What's it called? Can't remember what her channel's called, but if you type in Vivian Tries bottled water, you'll get it. I was watching her the other day. She lives in Texas, and she's really funny. I find her really funny. She curses a bit, but don't we all? And she was doing a review on bottled water. And there's one for sale in the States at the moment that she really recommended. And it's like water in a box, like a cardboard carton. Really pure stuff, you know. Or if you can stretch to it, it's expensive to buy. I've got one. I'm very blessed to have one. A Berkey filter, you know. They cost a bit to buy, but then the water costs virtually nothing. You know, if you get the black candle elements to put in it, they go for about 10 years or something like that. And you're getting water like a gallon or 2 gallons at a time. So worth thinking about, but definitely something there, Adrienne, about the Earth connection. The other part of this card is that she's actually holding the world in her hands. And I think, as well as what we were saying, what it says under here about come back to Earth, stay grounded, and be mindful of the planet, I get a strong feeling that in many ways you've got the world in your hands at the moment. I think if we pulled a tarot card for you, we would actually get the World card. Excuse me, I'm drying up. I've got my wood burner blazing away in the corner. It's lovely and warm, but it's drying the air. But yeah, that keep going messages for you as well, Adrienne, okay? Because you're really on the edge of something. You've kind of got things lined up nicely now. You just got to hold that desire close to your heart for what you're trying to manifest, and it's going to come in, okay? It's going to come in. I would say 2 to 3 weeks, like when we're well into January, you're going to really start becoming aware of having results. And it can be hard to believe, but just visualize it, you know, especially now at full moon, visualize that it's happened, that it's going to happen, and you're going to go forward with it. Okay. Now then, I will come to you soon, most certainly. I promised someone else a second ago. I'm scrolling up to try and find who it is. Yvonne Delette, am I moving by spring? Okay. Tell you what. Let's consult my pendulum here. I haven't used this before. It blends in with my top, doesn't it? It's a good job I'm not using a green screen. This is green aventurine. Okay. And if you can see it there. Okay, well, all pendulums are a bit different, but mine, when it goes in a circle, that is meaning yes, okay? So it's a very simple answer for you there, and it's a yes, Yvonne. So, you know, good luck with that. Have I got the right person there? Oh, the scrolling moves so fast I can't see it. I'm like, yeah, Yvonne, yeah, moving by the spring. Yeah, got a clear yes from my pendulum there, okay? Very hard to promise stuff with, you know, the fungolitis that's going around at the moment, but that was a clear yes, okay? So the pendulum is more confident than I am. Okay, going to do a card for Debbie now. Okay, I'm just going to keep going, but Sin, I will not forget you. I really won't, because I've been looking forward to doing something just for you, because you've been a great supporter of the channel. You really have. Okay. Right. Keepers of the Light. No, it's not. It's Work Your Light this time by Rebecca Campbell. I love this deck. You might have seen it in some of my videos. I'm using it forever, really, all the time. It's just about my favourite deck for working on a spirit connection, you know. I'm glad you're here too, Sin. I really am. Okay. Now, I can't remember who I said I was coming to now, but I've got Debbie in my head. Okay. And that's your favourite deck too, is it, Debbie? Yeah, great. It's a beautiful one, isn't it? I've been urging Sammy to get one. I don't know if she's got it yet. She might have ordered it or something, but didn't see it. I was round there the other day and I didn't see it. Hello, Julie. Thanks for joining us. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Okay. So for Debbie, ooh. Okay. 2 cards for you, for Debbie Schmoll, joining us from Florida tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, Debbie. She always brings good energy. You always all bring good energy, by the way. But I just want to sort of acknowledge that with Debbie. Yeah, I will. I'll give her a big hug from you. Certainly I will, Debbie. And I know she'll feel it as well. Deck is pretty and uplifting. Yeah, it is, isn't it? If you look at the back of the cup, the back of the cards, got this rose pattern. And just, you know, beautiful light colours. Really fantastic. But Debbie, first card I got for you. Deep replenishment. Yes, you can, Suze. Details in a sec. I'm just going to do this card first because I've launched into it now. Yeah, Debbie, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So, Debbie, I think what we're saying here is let the universe prop you up a bit, okay? I know you went through something. I know it was quite a while ago now, and I'm sure you've sort of got your head around things, and you seem a very strong, stable kind of character to me. So, you know, this isn't saying anything like derogatory about that. But let the universe hold you up, Debbie. It's really important to let that happen. You don't have to give all the time. And even though we all have to work at the stuff that's going on in our minds, what our head's telling us all the time, sometimes we can just let go, you know. Sometimes we can give it to the angels. Let the angels not exactly sort it out, but just look after the situation, you know, so that you can come back and handle things yourself when you actually want to. Let me take a closer look. We've got a crescent moon showing on this one. Okay, it's as if the moon is setting in this one, but well, it's full moon right now. It will be setting again after this. Okay, so we are looking at a time of the energy all getting a little bit less intense in the next few days once we get down off full moon. So make the most of that, Debbie. Just let the universe prop you up and hold you up and feel the love of the universe, okay? Because, you know, it's sending love to you all the time. It sends love to all of us all the time. But some of that love, Debbie, has got your name on it. The other thing is birthing a new age. And I think this is what you must be needing to take a rest from at the moment, Debbie. It says birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Now, dreams are powerful things, and full moon is a very powerful time of people getting spiritual dreams and inspiration coming into them. And this doesn't have to be dreams just when you're asleep. But I feel you're going to be living the dream a lot more in time to come. But I watched some YouTubers called Tuck and Sammy, different Sammy, and they're from New Jersey. And they always say, keep pushing for the dream, okay, Debbie? And that's what I'm going to say to you. Keep pushing for it. But the best way to have the energy to keep pushing for it is to go with this one. Oh, Van Earth, yeah, I drive through there quite often. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's near Planina, isn't it? That's not far from here at all. Good Lord. Yeah, so Debbie, main thing, you know, get that deep replenishment, get that rest, let the universe prop you up, okay? Because there is a real lot to do when you're going to be birthing a new age. That's a tall order, a big order, something you can handle, something you can do, but get that rest first, Debbie. Okay, that one's for you. Ah, hi, Raven. Okie dokie. What, Vanina? Oh, gosh. Maybe it's Nina, who knows? Okay, now then. Now try and get to everyone. Suze, I'm drawn to you next, okay? But Sin, I haven't forgotten you. I'm just, this is kind of the order that Spirit give me to do these things in. But Suze, right. Okay. Traditional tarot. I don't get this deck out all that often. It's my favourite deck when I first got it. It's becoming a bit boring now. It's the Radiant Rider-Waite, and it's those tarot images that we all know and love. And Suze, I bet you'll have seen this card before, whatever it is. Okay. Not going anywhere. Don't touch that dial, Sin. It's great to have you with us. Lovely energy you bring to it. Really you do. But Suze V8, yeah, Sage, I've actually smudged out with Sage tonight. In fact, this deck really stinks of like stale Sage because I've had it for so long and I've smudged it every time I've used it. Suze V8, and it's the 8 of Wands, okay? So that V8 in your name there always makes me think of a V8 engine, which is kind of standard in the States and Canada, I know. I went out to Canada and everyone had V8s. It's kind of boring. That's a really big, fast engine for a UK car. It's your birthday tomorrow. Great stuff. Okay, well, things are moving fast for you. I think you'll get a nice, peaceful day tomorrow, actually, Suze, but things are going to be taking off. Okay, in fact, they already have taken off. Things are just going to keep on moving faster and faster because the 8 of Wands is incredible progress. The Wands are all about getting things done. But when you get the 8 of Wands, it is, yeah, that's it, standard but fast, okay? The only thing is your progress is going to be fast, but your progress is going to be very far from standard, and you're not a standard person at all. I feel that your crew is deeply involved with this as well. I think it's not just you going somewhere on your own. You're taking other people with you on a soul family level, yeah? And look at all the green leaves appearing on the wands in the 8 of Wands here. Yeah, they haven't grown very big yet, but as we all know, once you get green shoots appearing, you add a bit of sunlight to them and boom, they grow all over the place. So Yeah, you and your crew, Suze. Yeah, you and your crew going places quickly. I feel actually, I can imagine you sort of going cross country. I just got this image of you going from east to west. Not sure how far west, but I think you're going to be going across Canada, at least as far as Saskatchewan. That's just, you know, I'm just going with the, excuse me, dropped a card, just going with the words that come into my head. But 7 of Cups for you as well, Suze, okay? You might be faced with rather a lot of illusions along the way. Don't worry about them. Not everything has got a meaning, okay? We tend to think that, you know, everything we see and hear on the spiritual path has a meaning. 7 of Cups says maybe it has got a meaning, but, you know, you don't have to worry about what that meaning is, okay? It's just a big crazy show. Smoke and mirrors, okay? Looks like smoke and mirrors around you as you go forward, Suze. But just keep going forward, okay? Keep moving. Cut through all the CRAP and keep on moving, okay? Because illusions happen. For example, right, I've had this problem as long as I've been on YouTube. See the gap in my teeth? There, I don't have a gap in my teeth. If you see me in real life, I do not have a gap in my teeth. That's the kind of illusion we're talking about, Suze, okay? All is good. Yes, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. I'm just saying there's some smoke and mirrors coming up. See through them, okay? And don't worry what other people see when they see you, because they'll get to know you. They'll get to know what really matters, what's important about Suze and everything that you stand for. Righty-tighty. Excuse me, I'm going to have another drink before I do this, but Sin, I'm coming to you. I want to thank you, Sin, for she time-stamped my videos before I worked out how to do it. And I had trouble with it because when you timestamp, if you just put like the hour and a dot and the minutes, it doesn't work. You have to put a colon, and I just thought it wasn't working. You see me and you love you. Yeah, great. Well, to know you is to love you too, so you must know yourself pretty good, I think. Anyway, Sin, right, Ask an Angel. Another deck I've had right since the beginning, this one actually. We've covered a lot of ground, done a lot of readings for a lot of people. 2 cards for you. It's a 2-card kind of a night tonight. Okay. One from the top of the deck and one I split the deck to find it. So there we go. First one that came out for you, Sin. Love you too, Suze. Mwah. And thanks for being with us. Don't go anywhere. The magic is still unfolding, keeps on unfolding. And just before I launch into this, by the way, if anybody would like to buy me a coffee or buy the channel a coffee, because it all kind of goes into improving things. Like I got this mic with coffee stuff, yeah. I've got a coffee page, it's ko-fi. Now, I wasn't able to put a description under this video, Suze, but if you go to any of the other videos on my channel, particularly from the last couple of weeks, if you just look at the description, the first thing after the main couple of sentences of description, just under there, it says, please visit my coffee page, and you'll see some pictures that I've uploaded of the woodlands around here, you know. And there's a chance to make a little donation on there if you would like to. And I would be very, very grateful for that, Suze. I really would. Or anybody else who'd like, you know, if you'd like to help me get the word out, that would be a great thing. Yeah, I wish I could have put it underneath this page, actually. But yeah, Janie, it's if you look at like yesterday's video, the one about Glastonbury Tour, if you just go on my channel and then you scroll down to the description. If you're watching on a mobile, you might have to tap, there's a little down arrow. You might have to tap the down arrow and it'll go, then it'll open up and go down. And there's links to my Twitter and my Facebook and everything. And right at the top, there's a link to that coffee page. So yeah, thank you very much, by the way, everyone. So quite a few people did that around Christmas. And it's allowed me to buy this microphone, which I hope has made the sound a bit better. And it allowed me to feel great. You know, it's really, really nice to be appreciated that way. And I appreciate you guys a lot as well. So thanks so much. I drink tea, Raven. I drink tea. But they don't do a tea page. It's just a coffee page. But I will turn it into tea. I'm drinking water tonight. But yeah, I love black tea, actually, because I come from a long line of sailors, and black tea stops you feeling seasick. My grandfather used to make me drink it. Anyway, let's keep going. Sin Mac N for you. 2 angel cards. First one, Archangel Raziel. It is property, yeah. And as Karl Marx said, property is theft. Haha, right. Yeah, Archangel Raziel, divine mystery for you, Sin. And this dove, I see it's flying to the sun at the moment. But to me, the sun in this card is like your solar plexus chakra, Sin. It's your personal power chakra. And I feel you're going through a process at the moment where you're kind of, you're not someone who likes to throw her weight about at all. That's not what I'm saying. You know, you're not like a bossy person. But this is bringing the dove of peace into your personal energy, your personal power chakra. So kind of express yourself fearlessly as you go forward, Sin. Okay, I know you've put a lot of learning in around spiritual topics. The universe is saying you're welcome to kind of stand up for yourself and express that as much as you can, and just kind of make stuff happen. Take the attitude you're gonna make stuff happen. Okay, Raziel. Okay, I'll bring it up a bit closer and you can see, I hope. Oh dear, this camera. There it is. Raziel. There we go. There we go. Oh, you only just got the notification, Patty. No, YouTube's a bit bad like that, isn't it? I'm trying to work out. Great, Sin. I'm trying to work out actually how I can, because sometimes with a live video, it appears on your page, you know, like about a day before it happens, and you can set a reminder. I haven't worked out how to do that yet, but I'll try and do that for next time. That'll be my task of the week, excuse me, to learn that. But yeah, second card for you, Sin, is this one. This is Archangel Uriel. That's Uriel. Uriel. And Uriel is the angel of the day, Monday. So that's a great day for you to do whatever you want to do, a transforming kind of a day. And this card says alchemy. And that tells me a bit more about what we saw with the dove approaching your personal power chakra there. Monday's a great day to approach Uriel, but I think actually this day at the moment, because it is a moon day, isn't it? It's Tuesday, but it's a moon day very much, or a moon night anyway. Also for earth signs, yeah, all of those things, you know. And in terms of north, Sin, think of your north node in your birth chart. You know, the north node is where you're going to, the south node is where you're coming from. They both kind of work together. So north node, going forward, I really see you going forward, Sin, in a big way. I really do. It's surprising you can accomplish a lot in a lifetime and still find that you can even accomplish, then you can go on the spiritual journey and accomplish a lot. But you never stop achieving on the spiritual path, Sin. You really never do, okay? Now I'm trying to think, what would you like to... You said you'd like to manifest a little house, okay? That sounds like a really big ask, doesn't it? But no ask is too big for the universe. It can take a while for the universe to sort a house out for you like that. But yeah, go forth and prosper, like Sue says. Just take the attitude that you're going to prosper, okay? Because everything I'm seeing here says you are, and this is alchemy. This is turning base metals into gold. So this is coming from a situation where you don't feel you've got the tools to do what you want to do, to actually becoming like that magician in the tarot and actually making things happen. This card says you can, okay? Even if you don't feel equipped for it, Sin, you can do it, most certainly. Okie dokie. Right. Just going to have a quick tidy up on my cards here and we'll keep going. Yeah, great to see so many. We've got a few more people tonight, I think. And that's great news. It really is. Now, I was talking to Liz a little earlier. Don't think she's with us just yet. I hope she can join us. But her YouTube name is Liz Crafts. And she has got a channel, actually, and you might like to look at it. She unboxes tarot decks. She says she's only got 12 subscribers and unboxes them. And in recent times, she's been approached by a company that make one of the decks that she sold. It's more than one, I forget the exact details because it was just before I came on. I didn't fully take it in. But yeah, even though she doesn't have many viewers and she doesn't have many subscribers, she has actually had serious contact from, I think, 2 manufacturers of the decks that she's reviewed. So, you know, it just goes to show you don't have to grow massive. And, you know, she wasn't even trying to manifest that, but it happened for her. So, you know, great stuff. Okay, let's get back and do some more cards then. Who was I going to do a card for that I haven't done one for yet? Loads of people, I bet. Just having a good old scroll here. Da, 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 da. Oh, hi Melissa, by the way. Hi to you. Now then, where are we going? Sometimes I just point to a name. Sometimes I have to scroll and scroll to come to a name. Okay, Raven, I'm coming to you, Raven Manning. Hope that's okay. You are going to be my next port of call on the journey of tonight's video. And it's going to be a chakra card for you. No, yeah, I don't know if she calls it Liz Crafts. I should have checked. I was hoping she'd pop in, you know. Maybe she'll drop in before the end of the video. I'm going to keep going for quite a while yet, I hope. But Raven, yay indeed. And a chakra card for you, okay? Yeah, the Starman cards are amazing, aren't they, Janie? Yeah, I really like them. I really like those cards. I don't actually have them on my pile of cards tonight. I've got tons of them here, but they're in another room. I just let the stream drop if I go and get them, so I can't do that. But anyway, Raven, flexibility. Okay, flexibility here. Now, this character is really reaching out into the universe from within quite a dark space. And you don't strike me as being in a dark space, actually, Raven, not at all. But this would be root chakra energy here, you know. So I feel there's probably some concerns around money and safety and security with you at the moment. And just know that you're not alone, actually. There are millions of others like you, absolutely for sure, you know. But be willing to step out into the light, okay? Visualize. I said be willing. That's not really the right word. I'm sure you are willing. But what I mean is visualize that and just like believe you can, you know. Believe that you can step forward and make stuff happen. And this is like a yoga pose here. So we're looking at meditation at the very least. Maybe yoga, if you actually do it, that will be getting you somewhere, you know. And it's a good way of looking at things. But if you've ever read any of the Hindu stuff, yoga, it's like a state of mind rather than a set of exercises, you know. And it's getting better today. I'm really glad to hear it. Okay, great. Because this orange root chakra stuff is all around the edge of the card. What she's stepping out here into is massive, massive golden light, okay? So that is what's really indicated for you there, if you can just put those concerns to one side. And you don't have to forget all about them, just kind of give them to the angels. So when you're trying to meditate and, you know, crazy things come up and you start thinking, have I left the milk in the fridge, or have I left the iron switched on? All those distractions that pull us out of our meditational frame of mind. It's good practice to visualize putting the distraction on a cloud and just sending it away, okay? And you know, that whatever that issue is, it'll still be there when you come out of meditation, but you'll be able to deal with it much more strongly because you put it to one side. And put those concerns to one side in the same way. You have connected with the angels. Great. I'm really pleased to hear that. Yeah, it's, you know, you'd think it was easy to connect with the angels. They're all there waiting to help. And when you do break through and connect with the angels, it is fantastically easy. They're just suddenly, you realize they're there and it just dawns on you, you know. But it can take people years and years just to believe in it, I suppose, enough to actually make that connection. And you need to believe in it because you need to actually ask the angels to help you. They can't help you unless you ask, because it has to be your free will. But yoga is in your plans. Great. Okay, well, those plans look like they're going to happen because she's reaching up into the gold here, Raven, and this is you. and she's standing within the scene, but there's a lot of purple underneath the gold. So maybe there's some healing to do on the way up. What do you think, Raven? I think there might be, because yeah, you've got that purple healing colour around your letter R. So yeah, there's some healing to do, but it's going on. And again, like you connected with the angels by believing in them, you've connected with healing by believing in that as well. So that is a big upliftment I see coming well, I see a big, let me put that more clearly. I see a big upliftment coming to you in the future, but I see another level of upliftment happening now, improving, that's the word, getting you there, you know. So you'll improve and then bang, you'll be really connected to the universe, and it won't matter, even if you still go through times where all around you is darkness. It won't matter, because you'll always be able to reach out into the universe with your inner mind, and that means, you know, your life will get more and more like that. The more you can believe, the more you can visualize, the more your life will actually keep on getting that way. Okay, so I will give you that with the love of all in the spirit world. What have we got? I've just checked. Okay. Yeah, I will. I'll put it on my about page, Sin. That's what I'll do. Thank you very much for checking, actually. But yeah, okay, I'll put it on my about page. There's a PayPal donate button on there. And actually, now then, I'm not aware of anybody called Gail Isaka watching. I wonder if it's someone's real name. They've got a YouTube name instead. But Gail Isaka, if you end up watching this video, I want to thank you so much for the donation you gave me just before Christmas. It just appeared in my PayPal, and you know, love and light and blessings to you for that. That really was nice, you know. But yeah, I will put that Ko-fi link. I should call it coffee, because that's what it's meant to be pronounced as, but it's Ko-Fi. I'll put that on my donations page for sure. I'm still with the chakra cards here. Where am I going? It's our emotional Cancer time. Well, it gets like that, but that emotion is very constructive with Cancers, actually. Okay, scrolling. It's like rawhide. Patty, I haven't done a card for you yet, Patty. So let's do a card for Patty. Here we go. Well, actually, what happens is Coffee doesn't take any fees at all, but they send the money straight into PayPal, and PayPal take fees. Unfortunately, just one of those things, really. But I don't know, you know, PayPal, it's got this bad image. But hello, Sheila. I don't mind PayPal too much, because they kind of transformed things, you know. The major banks never really wanted to support the internet in the early days, and great things have happened. No, Coffee doesn't take out fees, Adrienne, no, but they send your money through to PayPal, and PayPal does. Although, excuse me, dropped some cards here. I must be meant to read them for someone. Actually, I can add other payment methods if I work out how to. There is a way of doing that. And then it would go to Cash App or somewhere, maybe even straight to my bank account. But yeah, Coffee doesn't actually take any fees. But yeah, I agree with you, Sin. You know, PayPal does make it easy, and PayPal really transformed the world. You know, it was just like much too big for the big banks to ignore, and then in the end they had to keep up with them, no choice. Sheila, lovely to see you. Last video of yours, I've seen another one since then, but I was struck by a live stream you did when Danny from Bathrobe Tarot was there. And hi, Liz. Nice. We were just talking about you, actually, just about the fact that your channel's been getting noticed. Yeah. But yeah, sorry, Sheila. Right, I digress. Yeah, it was just as the Nashville bombing had occurred. It was kind of just after that, and yeah, great to see. And I just, you know, I sort of sympathise. I mean, we've had bomb attacks like that in UK, and I used to be in the forces. You know, used to kind of partly live in fear of things like that, and always be ready to go out and do something to defend people if we had to. But it looks like they've kind of worked a lot of things out about that now. But yeah, terrible bombing in Nashville. last weekend, if you haven't heard about it yet. Actually, it was on Christmas Day, wasn't it? It was like early hours of Christmas Day. And amazing to see how the emergency forces actually reacted and responded right there on Christmas Day. Yeah, absolutely terrible. But I enjoyed that video, actually. I didn't watch, I watched a little bit of it live and then I fell asleep because we're in different time zones and I could not keep up. But yeah. Okay. Right, Patty. I promised some cards for Patty. Yeah, that's it. Liz, put the name of your channel here, right? Because I'm sure a lot of people would like to go over and subscribe to it. And there's only 12 watching this at the moment, so you won't be flooded. Liz kind of feels a bit nervous about having too many people. And I can understand that, you know, but it's going to be coolio. You know, the universe, Liz, the universe won't give you anything that you can't handle, okay? You'll be able to cope with whatever comes. And I'd really like to see Liz get the word out. She's the real kind of cosmic lady. Okay. More to be revealed. Ah, really? Interesting. Well, I shall watch that with interest. But Patty, I've got these 3 cards in my hand, and I've got them there for Patty Nungaray. Oh, I've said your name right, Patty, by the way. First one, number 14, Inner Strength. We're with the solar plexus chakra here, Patty. Okay, this is all about your personal power, bringing it out for real and actually kind of living that personal power. That is the process that's going on at the moment with you, Patty. Okay, I'm just taking a closer look. If I bring this up close to the card, you can see there's kind of a very unhappy looking lady here, as if she's got a headache. And at the same time, there's lightning going on in her heart. And it looks like it's ripping her world apart, you know, and it looks like that's why there's a headache. But Patty, have you been getting like whistling noises in your ears? That's what I'm thinking here. It's like we sort of go through times of downloading, you know, when the angels and the spirit realms are sending information into us. So you've been having that. Okay, that's been happening. Well, I know that can be actually really quite difficult and even painful at times, and that's what I really get from looking at this card for you, Patty. But excuse me, it is downloading. Oh, yeah. Sorry, hiccups now. Drink of water. That's better. It is all about downloading, and it is actually all taking you places, and we know this because there are 2 more cards. Okay. First one that comes out is grounding. I expect you know about this, Patty. I think most of my viewers do know about this by now. Grounding, look at this amazing set of tree roots here, drilling their way down into the earth. And it's I suppose not all that well-known fact about trees that when you see a tree standing above the ground, the amount of roots that tree has under the ground is the same size as the tree, and they spread out in more or less the same way. It's almost a mirror image if you could cut a slice through the ground and look at it. So the higher you go, Patty, the deeper you got to put those roots in. Okay, but that only really matters because there's a lot of new kind of, it's wisdom for you, certainly, and I don't mean you're unwise now. It's like new wisdom. It's a new connection to being able to actually go further and further. And the more you put your roots down, the more you ground yourself, the higher the angels will let you fly. Okay, people sometimes think, well, if I put my roots down, how am I going to be able to fly? Not so good. But actually it is brilliant because the angels will protect you from flying too far if you're not really truly grounded. Okay, so take a leaf out of Susan's book, you know, hug a tree, get in touch with nature that way. Okay, this is a real good thing to do. So that's card number 2 for you, Patty. Card number 3 is relationships. Okay, and we are into the sacral chakra with this one. Look at these trees. They're kind of, well, they're kissing each other. I was going to say they're hugging each other. But this could be, this could be a relationship going further and making you happier, or even coming in the first place. But I think for you, this is kind of, one of these trees is you kissing the higher self and bringing the 2 even closer together than they are already. So great progress there, Patty, but I just want to re-emphasize grounding. Okay, and a great thing to hug a tree. If you saw my video yesterday that I put up about Glastonbury tour, because there's a pop festival in UK known as Glastonbury Festival that actually happens somewhere called Pilton, which is out to Bristol that way somewhere, kind of near Glastonbury, but Glastonbury's on the other side of Bath. Feel much better than last week. Great. Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for sharing with us, Patty. It's great energy that you and everyone bring this great energy to us. But yeah, Glastonbury, there's an ancient tree which is supposed to have been planted by Jesus' uncle, Joseph of Arimathea, in Glastonbury. And it comes into flower on Christmas Day when it shouldn't be able to flower, according to nature. It's one of those metaphysical miracles. Anyway, I hugged that tree and absolutely amazing energy came from that. You like the Glastonbury video, Adrienne? I'm glad. I enjoyed making it, actually. It's not the first Glastonbury video I've made, but they get kind of lost. Well, you must come over to UK and visit us. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but you can travel to Glastonbury in your mind too, just kind of visualize it. So many ways of visualizing a place you can't go to. I mean, you can just visualize yourself there, and over time it will happen. Some people like to get a map or look it up on the internet and actually see the place on the map and think, oh, I could get there. You don't fly though, Liz. Well, I think you told me that before, but you're going to fly spiritually. And I think I said that to you before, but it's a real true thing. Yeah, astral travel, yeah. Now, the video is called, it's the one I posted yesterday. If you look at my channel, it's the latest video before this one. And it mentions Tarot, Glastonbury, and something else in the title. But there's a picture of Glastonbury Tor and the church tower on top. Because at some point, it's the actual hill mound that's the real amazing thing about Glastonbury. That's where the energy is. But monks built a church on it, I think, about the 11th or 12th century AD. Monks built a church on the top of it, and the church has fallen down, but the tower is still there. And there's a picture of the top of the Glastonbury Tor and that tower right there on the thumbnail of that video. So, yeah, do go and take a look at it, because it was an amazing experience for me, I guess a lot of you would be able to relate to this, sometimes you just kind of, something clicks with something spiritual in your life. You maybe thought about it, maybe friends have talked about it and you haven't really known. And then suddenly you found yourself in a situation where you can relate to it, and bang, that spiritual energy starts flowing. And it builds up a real enthusiasm, which is a wonderful thing. Really bigs up the energy, and gets things happening. And the reason that I was prompted to do that video when I did was this absolutely enormous card deck, which you will find Liz reviewing on her channel, actually. It's like the biggest tarot deck in the world, the Syrian Starseed Tarot. And I've got to think of a snappy name like that for this channel, I really have. But that's an aside. Look at the image on the back of it. I love this image because I'm actually wearing, as I always wear, several things around my neck. One of which is this, which is the same symbol that we've got on here. So that was one thing I liked about it. The other thing was just the person who gave it me, which was Sammy, by the way. And it's belonged to two of the readers before me. And I'm very glad that I got my hands on it. I really am. Okay. Got to go back to work, Patty? No, I don't envy you that. But hey, thanks for joining us, Patty. Love and light to you, and big angel blessings to you as well. Great things coming in for you, so, take a rest if you can. Let it kind of wash over you and make stuff happen. I am a channel. You are, yeah. That's it. You can have YouTube channels till you're blue in the face, but you are a channel. That is what matters, Liz. It really is. Okay. Is there anybody I've missed out and not pulled a card for yet? If anybody's waiting and I've kind of forgotten you and not done you a card, just type something in now, okay, and I'll come to you. Because I think I've done a card for just about everyone here so far. Smiling Heart, yeah, I haven't done one for you, have I? Okay. Curious about next career type and where, please? Wow. Okay. going to do that visually then, and I might even use the pendulum for that as we go along. Smiling heart, smiling heart. Me, me, me. Oh yeah, I will, Sheila. I hadn't forgotten. Well, I had. I admit I forgot. Okay, I'm only human apparently. I'm not a very normal human, but I am one. Smiling heart. Curious about next career type and where, please. Okay. The word medicine popped into my head. Smiling heart. Something to do with, I think, more on the healing side of things than actually being a nurse. Did I get something like this for you last week? I got that same feeling for someone else I read for last week, smiling heart. And I do feel that you'll have a choice, actually. But something that involves working with people. No. You mean you don't want any drugs, or you mean that you work in the pharmaceutical industry, is it? Something like that? Because medicine is what popped into my head. And I think you're going to be happier, right, on the maybe healing. Yeah. Because I do, that idea of medicine, it's more showing me like Indian medicine men, that kind of medicine, spiritual, cosmic, witch doctor-y type medicine than the pharma industry. But I think you're going to have a choice, smiling heart, that's the thing. No Western medicine, no drugs. I should have a T-shirt with that on, because that's how I feel about life, you know. I'd sort of avoid going to the dentist or anything if I can help it. But you're going to be working with COVID people at some point. You know, COVID victims, smiling heart. Okay, I'm pretty sure about that. But it's a healing practice. Now, will that healing practice be a job, I wonder? Just let this movement develop a little bit, okay? Oh, excuse me, hiccuping. Right. The pendulum gave me a circle, which with this pendulum is a yes. Okay. How would that come in? I don't know. But it's going to take its time to come in, okay? Because it took a while to build up to giving me a yes. That's, you know, it's kind of the way that pendulum works. It just took a while to give me the circle that means yes. So it's going to take a while to build up. I've got these really bad hiccups. Sorry about hitting the mic. Probably blew all your eardrums there. Right, I hope that weighs my solar plexus down and stops me hiccuping. How is it going to happen, smiling heart? Well, a card that I picked up straight away just came. This is the first card off the top of the deck, and I've been shuffling it, which isn't easy with this deck. Abundance. Okay. Now, this is a Major Arcana card. It's actually card number 3 in the Major Arcana. So essentially, I believe that makes it the Empress card, but it's called Abundance. So some abundance is going to come in, I feel, in the form of more money than you would imagine. You know, unexpected money, a windfall. And it's going to allow you to kind of do things as work, you know, establish a business, doing things as work that so far haven't actually been part of your earning money side of life, okay? You're going to get a chance, basically, to start earning money out of something that's much more suited to you at the heart and soul level than things are at the moment. That abundance, I'm sure, is coming in. Let me just look a bit closer. Right, now it's also, I can see 2 things going on here. We've got this triangle of energy. Okay, and this is why it's going to take time to build up for you, smiling heart. We've got this triangle of energy. Okay, so it's not just one influence. You are one bar of the triangle, but there are 2 other influences. Not actual people exactly. There might be people involved, but these are 2 other influences that get involved for you, smiling. Okay, and that's why things take time, okay? Because sometimes one person's ready and the next person isn't ready. This is why it's taking time. Also, we're just in this crazy world, you know? Well, possibly, yeah, because this abundance is going to actually allow you to establish something, you know? I mean, you need some money behind you when you go self-employed, don't you? But I feel that you would be in a position where you would get a loan or something fairly easily, because I do feel you're actually going to be under pressure. Because if I'm right, and I should know, but this is number 3 in the major arcana. I think that is it. Magician. I think this is the Empress rather than the High Priestess. Okay, and the Empress is all about kind of having abundance in time for particular seasons. Everything has a season, that kind of thing. You know, so that's partly it taking time. And I actually, yeah, I do think self-employment, because there is the time showing through here. And also you would need that Empress kind of flavour of life. Not explaining this very well. The wisdom, I suppose, you know, to actually make it tick, you're actually going to be in control of it. So I do feel, yes, I do feel that this is actually going to be your own business. But I want to say, kind of, don't quit your day job yet. You will get a chance to do that. Yeah, but I'm just seeing it takes time all over this card. And these cards are so big that they block the light out and make me turn green. Isn't that nuts? We have to reposition things there a bit, I think. But yeah, it looks like a good... an interesting 2021 that way, Smiling Heart, okay? But I actually feel we're into 2022 before you're really up and running and standing on your own 2 feet with this. Okay. Might you have a sister in the spirit world, Smiling Heart? It's a young energy very close to you. I don't feel a child. It doesn't feel like mum or grandma. It feels like someone kind of, either your sister or a very good friend, you know, female friend. You haven't? Well, I'm delighted to hear that. But there's a very sisterly feeling coming from the other side about this. This is an energy that's it's going to uplift you, because this person walks hand in hand with you, or arm in arm, actually, is what they said. You know, I don't know if you ever feel like an energy pulling at your arm. You'd be more aware of it at bedtime, I guess, going off to sleep and maybe early in the morning. But there's someone right by your side from the spirit world working with you. Channeled message last night. You've got your wings, expect miracles. That is wonderful, Janie. That really is. Your ground is always around. Well, maybe that's it then, because she seems very, very young to me. But then again, you know, they become young again when they go into the spirit world. Someone's linking your arm, you know, and really carrying you forward. Because that's a lovely name, Smiling Heart. But I feel that you haven't always been able to smile, you know, as if there's been quite a big time in your life where there just was no smile on your face, you know. That's a shame, because you kind of deserve that. You really do. But that smile's come back in, you know, and it's going to keep growing, you know. The only way is up now. Yeah. Youthful grandma indeed, yeah. She's a very youthful energy. And she's going to sort of allow you to reinvigorate yourself as well. So, because I just get this feeling that, you know, I'm saying, you know, you've got that big smile now, and you've got that smiling personality that goes with it, which is wonderful. But things just aren't easy for you, Smiling Heart. I just know it, you know. You are pretty light, yeah. And you're a light worker as well. That's the thing, which goes with being light. Yeah, okay. But, you know, keep visualising yourself as being in the light and being of the light, Smiling Heart, because that does great things for you. And, you know, the spirit realms will help. Most certainly. Hello, Julie. Ah, well, your loss is our loss there, I think. I'm very glad you're back. Now then, I did promise I was going to do a card for Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Check her channel out if you haven't yet. She does great readings. She really does. In fact, I feel quite honoured, actually, that Sheila keeps turning up on my live streams. Because, I don't know, maybe she knows something I don't. Moonology card for you, Sheila, okay? A Moonology card for Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Now then, you're expecting a phone call, Sheila? I've got this idea in my head that you're expecting a phone call. I just looked at the back of the cards there, and it struck me as the old kind of dial phone where you put your finger in and pushed the ring round. You know, that kind of phone. I can hear a phone ringing. Okay, so there's a call coming in, and it's all about a personal issue reaches resolution, because that's what this card is saying. This card is also blocking the light out, dear. I'm going to have to fix these lights up, because I keep like looking ill, and then I take the card away and I look good again. Okay, right. So, why have I digressed? When I say stuff like that, there's always a reason for it, Sheila. I actually feel you're going to be working less all the time. And actually your YouTube channel is going to be growing, but you're going to be able to kind of take it easy and put much more energy into what you're doing. You put a lot of energy in already, so you're going to have to take it easy at times. But it's saying here a personal issue reaches resolution. Now, this is a Cancer card. It's full moon in Cancer, and we've got full moon going on just about now. It's coming up in about the next, what is it, 9:30? About 6 hours' time, it's going to be full moon. So the energy is building up big style there, Sheila. And I think very soon now, the phone is going to ring and you're going to find a personal issue reaches resolution. I'm sure of that. In fact, I'm not going to ask you what the personal issue is, but I think you'd know what it is. And because it's a Cancer moon, it's someone you care about. Okay, I feel a close family member. Quite well. It's going to happen for sure. This is someone you care a lot about. Okay, and they might misinterpret your care as being like a mother hen and being too fussy, but you know, keep your eye on that one, okay, because it is actually it's an active situation at the moment. Very strong full moon energy. Let's get another card, because I don't want to just do one. Expect powerful change. That's the next card. So yeah, you know, that personal issue reaches resolution, and it's powerful change, okay? In terms of your YouTube channel, Sheila, you are going to have enough kind of viewers that you can put out actually fewer videos and get even more views, and, you know, earn good money from YouTube as well. I know you're only a few hundred away from 10,000 at this time, aren't you? And things snowball with YouTube. I'm being told, because I don't know this personally, but I'm being told that things snowball and will snowball for you once you actually hit that 10,000. And it's not going to be far away. It's really not, because the collabs you're doing and the readings you're doing are going down really well and drawing new people in all the time. Not as fast progress as you would like, but things really do get a boost when you get, hang on, I've lost the card now, when you get this phone call, okay? It's coming towards it, it's going to happen. It's at a family level, okay? It's at a family level, but it leaves you much stronger somehow. Don't know how. It's personal, it's private, I'm not going to go there, but there's going to be a phone call about it this week for sure. Okay, so I'll give you that with their love and my love and all of our love here on the video, on the stream tonight, Sheila, and I look forward to watching some more of your videos. Sheila usually live streams them out, they're great that way. ES, I will come to you, okay? ES, yes, I'm not working a list actually, because there's no one else here, you know, I'm a one-man band. But if I forget, ES, come back and ask me, okay? I'm not going off for a little while yet. But right now, I'm going to go to Julie Rogers, okay? Which deck for Julie Rogers? The Chakra cards, okay. Comes to something when, I mean, you get used to shuffling cards, but it comes to something when you're shuffling decks. Really does. Okay. Chakra card for Julie Rogers. What have we got? Okay. We have got 3 altogether. Okay. Right, I'm just going to put the rest over here so they don't interfere. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, it's a present from a good friend. It's my Christmas present. Pretty, isn't it? I do have another. I've got that tree background downstairs, though. I like that one too. So that one's going nowhere. But Julie Rogers, okay. 3 cards for you. Now then, card number 1. Chakra cards these are, okay. This is Soul Star, is it? Yes, Soul Star Chakra, which is slightly above your head, okay. It's where your spiritual self comes into being and starts kind of really getting things done for you. You can see here it's like a lotus flower that's exploding with light and life. Okay, so much inspiration coming to you, Julie, and that's going to help you work things out. I feel strongly that there are things that you actually need to work out, and it's hard for you to find answers at the moment, okay? But you're going to find those answers because the inspiration is coming. This card itself is called Peace, though, and you are actually going to need to have the intention of peace, you know. I can see you doing lots of work, zipping backwards and forwards, trying to make a lot of things happen, not just for yourself, for other people as well. You've got that sort of compassion about you, Julie. But, you know, show yourself some compassion. Nothing selfish about that at all. You can't pour from an empty vessel. That's always the way. So choose some peace for yourself, okay? Breathe as deeply as you can. That way, have a bit of a time of meditation. Card number 2 is also Soul Star Chakra. And although I'm telling you these things need to develop, when you get the Soul Star Chakra, that's great because they are actually developing because it's up above your head. You're already putting out the vibes and making stuff happen. Now then, at this point though, we're also seeing lots and lots of action around the forehead chakra here. So Julie, dreams coming to you, inspiration coming to you, and help coming to you in working out your way forward. I feel there need to be some cord cutting going on, okay? Sometimes we've got to cut the cord. That's the other sort of thing that I want to say to you, where it's not selfish, you know, it feels selfish, but you can't pour from an empty vessel. And as I saw you weaving around, zipping about, trying to do so many things, some of those things, some of those people will take care of themselves. And I don't mean, you don't have to cut them off in a nasty way or anything like that. But if you kind of explain to people that you've got too much going on, then a lot of people involved will actually understand. And that choice of peace will actually get this going on. This is called spiritual awakening. And I know you're quite awake spiritually anyway, Julie, but more awakening is needed to go further along the line. Okay, your time and energy needs to be much more focused on yourself at this time, Julie. I'm sure of that. And card number 3 then, throat chakra, and I'm starting to cough a little bit there, so I know definite throat chakra thing going on here. And this one's called communication, okay? And this is actually, we've got a similar image to what we got in the other 2 cards because we've got this amazing starlight traveling between these 2 heads at the moment. Now, this is very often about spiritual communication, Julie, and I don't want to say that's not happening. In fact, if you're going through dreams at the moment, full moon is an amazing time of spiritual communication coming in dreams. It's how it works. So if you're coming up to, if you've got dreams coming into your mind all the time at the moment, that is significant. Do try and write them down, Julie. You've heard me say that so many times, you're probably laughing that I've said it. But do write the dreams down if you can. It's amazing how much of a dream we lose track of after about sort of 10 minutes after we've woken up. Yeah, but communication across the universe, but this is actually communicating with another human being is inherent in this card as well. Listening is an important part of communication. I feel you've listened to this person an awful lot. I feel they need to listen to you, but it's going to happen because the spiritual energy is coming in close, and that is what's going to allow it to happen. But the common thread with all these 3 cards is these amazing sparks of light from the crown chakra, sparks of light from the 3rd eye chakra, and sparks of light going between the heads. But this is a throat chakra card, so we've got all the higher chakras involved here. We've got the throat, we've got the forehead, and we've got up here as well. So yeah, very high energies happening for you, absolutely sure. Right, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I know what you mean, Liz. You know, I've got this terrible habit, and I'm going to come out of the closet. I'm a smoker, right? A really heavy smoker, and I'm 57 years old. I've got to give up cigarettes. It's going to have to be a New Year thing, and I'm going to have to stick to it. So you can badger me about it, okay? It's really going to help me because I might live till I'm 90 if I give up smoking. But I've already had a stroke when I was young. You see, one of my eyes is kind of half closed. And, you know, that's because I smoke too much. It's stupid. It's sick. So I've got to give up that cigarette thing. So out of the closet about that there. There was a reason why I said that. Yeah, Liz, dreams. I'll get out of bed and I'll have a cigarette before I write my dream down. And I'll lose most of the dream there. So that's something else that smoking is robbing from me, no doubt. Julie, you're very, very welcome. And thank you for coming on the stream tonight and being here with us. Really appreciate it. More streams coming up, okay? I like to do a special one when it's the full moon or when it's like winter solstice that we had last week. I'm looking at a regular day being a Wednesday. I'm not going to do one tomorrow because, to be quite honest, I'm not that amazing a psychic that I can just keep on rolling all the time. There'll be one a bit later this week. I'll do another one because I love doing these streams. But I think we're looking at regular in the new year, regular Wednesday nights. I think that's what we're going to be doing. Who is perfect? Ah, well, yeah. Thank you, Suze. Well, I won't apologise then. Yeah, but Smiling Heart, yeah, badger me. I think you'd make a good badger, actually, because you're like a cheerful badger. I don't think you're in UK. Oh, hi, Liz O'Connor, by the way. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. I don't know if you're actually in UK, right? But there was a series a while ago called Badger or Bust. And it was about this woman called Ruth Badger, and she would go around hotels badgering them to do better because they were going bankrupt. And that's what I need. I need a smoking badger. So badger me away, okay? That's what needs to happen. Okay. What did I see there? Female spirit just giggled in my background. That is, I think I know who that is, actually. My mum hated it when I smoked. Because my dad smoked and my sister smoked. She just hated smoking. So she'll be happy if I give it up. And I'm pretty determined, you know, but send me energy, guys, please. Energy always heals and gets you places and does stuff. I'm going to do a card for Liz O'Connor, but ES. Let me do a card for you, ES. Okay? Because you did ask, and I said I would come to you, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. After I've had more water. You must always drink water when you're doing psychic stuff. Makes all the difference in the world. Here we go. Okay. Well, I didn't shuffle very much there, but I saw this card and I thought, no, I've got to shuffle for some more. Well, I'm going to keep going for probably about another 10 minutes or so. I just want to do another couple of readings, okay? Because ES is here and Liz O'Connor is here, and I'd like to do them a card each. So this is for you, ES, okay? Min Tarkan. Massive thumbs up. Don't be so stubborn in teaching, okay? Thank you, Sheila. That expresses it so well, actually. You've sort of told me something I don't know about. I'd never really thought about it like that, but yeah, very true. Anyway, ES, Min Tarkan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So ES, you are actually on a journey, and this is one of the reasons why you're interested in the tarot, why you're interested in card readers, and why you're actually around. I know you've got spirit guides working with you, because I'm quite tired, I talk quite slowly, and now I'm going quickly. Now there's inspiration coming, and it's coming to me really fast. So that inspiration will be coming to you too, ES, if it's not around you already, because I do feel very energetic spirit guides here working with you constantly. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Well, we're going right back to the ancient civilization of Min Tarkan here. I'll hold the card up a bit closer. Water energy, like Sheila was actually just talking about there. A lot of water energy there, and I get the feeling of shifting sands. It looks more like this to me, but it's shifting sands. So the ice is breaking for you, ES, and the reason that all this is happening is because you may very well be longing for home, but there is also the word belonging there. You're getting closer and closer into the spiritual conditions that you actually belong in, ES, yeah? And it's really going to be helping you, because it says longing for home. You're going to be at home, you know. We all have this soul tribe, this soul family out there, and it can take a lifetime to meet them, but we're always looking for each other. It's another thing I often say. It's my stock analogy about this, so forgive me. But some say there's a theory that God came to Earth like a crystal ball, a glass ball, hit the Earth and shattered, and we human beings are the pieces of that crystal ball trying to come back together. Certainly all of us who do light work are anyway. So you're getting in touch with long eons in the past. This is ancestral energy, yes, but it's coming in close around you. And as you're finding, I think already you would be aware that you're finding new helpers in the spirit realms all the time. You're making new connections on the earth plane as well, and this side of life. And you know, people come together that way. It's that important. You might actually have to cut the cord with some people, yes. If there are people who either try to make you feel bad about yourself or do make you feel bad about yourself, go ahead and cut the cord, okay? Because you deserve better than that. You really do. And you're coming out into this beautiful, this beautiful blue vista, where you can speak your truth more. We've got the real speak your truth colours in this card, haven't we? And so you're coming out into a situation where you really can speak your truth a lot more. Hope that helps. Yes, I'm going to actually move on because my voice slowed down again. So I know I've said whatever it was they wanted me to say. But thank you so much, and welcome coming along to the reading tonight. Liz, I was hypnotized to give up smoking, and 2 years later, you are still not smoking. Great. Okay. Maybe that's what needs to happen. You know, I've got a friend who's a hypnotist, and I asked him to hypnotize me to stop smoking, and he refused, actually. Sorry, he refused because he is also a heavy smoker, and he doesn't want to give up. And he says every time he hypnotizes someone to give up, he gives up as well. And he doesn't want to. I think that's nuts. And I said to him, come on, give up. You really must, you know. Oh, great, Sin, you found it. Brilliant. Thank you so much for putting that up on the screen, Sin. I appreciate that. I really do. So I'm going to do a card for Liz O'Connor. I am. I'm going to do a card for Liz O'Connor. But I'm thinking about that hypnotizing thing. I did give up when my children were small, and it lasted for 6 years. And it was actually the very first time I went up Glastonbury tour. After I'd been told I was going to be a medium, I drove down there and visited and went up. And I was driving back from there, and I went into the petrol station, the gas station, to gas the car up for the journey home. And it's illegal now; they don't do it anymore. But in those days, there'd be a wall of cigarettes and tobacco, pipe tobacco, rolling papers, all tobacco products, in a great big wall behind the cashier. And I looked at that, and I hadn't had a cigarette for 6 years. And I thought, I'll just have one cigarette. I thought, that's all I need, one cigarette. So, you know, they don't sell one cigarette. That's illegal too, because kids can buy them that way, you know, cheaper. So I bought a little packet of 10, which was expensive. But I thought, I'll have one, and then I'll leave the other 9 in the packet in a bus shelter or somewhere, so like someone homeless can get a free smoke. You know, be generous that way. You're very welcome, yes, and thanks for joining us here tonight as well. Appreciate it. Hope you'll join us again. Yeah, Sin, that sounds great. A strange urge to quit came to you, and it worked brilliant. Because what actually happened to me was a strange urge to start again came over me. And the end of that story, as you probably guessed already, you know, you buy 10 thinking you'll just have one. Well, I smoked 5 of them on the way home. I smoked the other 5 the next morning, and I went out to buy some more. And that was it. I've smoked for about 12 years since then. Ruined 6 years, good work. But Sin, yeah, I'm praying that I get that impetus out of, as it were, nowhere to actually give up smoking. I really do. Anyway, Liz O'Connor, a quick card for you. And I'm probably only going to keep going another sort of 5 minutes or so. I think we're getting kind of late in the day. But do ask me for a card if you haven't yet, you know. So much help on my shoulders. Yeah, Suze, I feel it, actually. I really do feel it, because problems come up and I worry about them. And they just go, yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? You know, because it is such a hard thing to give up. But occasionally people do, you know. I knew a guy a few years ago who was a lorry driver, truck driver, and he chain smoked all the time because when he was out driving his truck, there was no one to say, hey, you only had one a minute ago. And he just all the time, he talked to him, he would be pulling out cigarettes and smoking. And I worked in this crystal shop, and he would walk past most days, so I'd go out and smoke my cigarette with him and have a chat. And one day I went out there, and he kind of looked a bit sheepish, and he didn't want a cigarette, and I said, really? I said, well, what's happened, Don? Don was his name. I said, what's happened, Don? You're really telling me you don't want a cigarette? And he said, yes, I've given up. And he wouldn't say any more about it. He didn't want to talk about it, so I didn't talk about it, you know. But he'd just given up just like that. And he was in his 60s, and he'd smoked since he was a small child. Well, about a 10-year-old child, I think. And just stopped just like that. So he found the strength, and I'm praying I'll find the strength, you know. I'll just wake up one morning, and the angels will sort it. Yeah, the flu can help, actually. Yeah, I've very nearly given up several times when I've had the flu, Liz. I really have. Hey, well, thanks for this outpouring of kind of smoke and love. I appreciate it, because we'll get places. Charlotte O'Keefe, good evening to you. Great to see you too. I'm going to do a card for Liz, okay? And I pulled this out a second ago. This is for Liz O'Connor. No, it doesn't work, Liz. Forcing yourself to quit, that's true. Liz O'Connor, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Excuse me, that's something you really need to think about. I think this is a thinker, Liz. I think it's going to take a think-a-thon, so some meditation maybe. And I just want to read in what Sin said there, because I think Sin had some spirit guide with her there. She's saying to me, forcing yourself to quit never works for long. Well, Liz, have you, and this is Liz O'Connor, I mean, have you actually got to, are you actually trying to force a situation to happen? That's what I'm picking up on there. The thing to do is set boundaries, Liz, you know, like it says here. So many fingers are pulling at the fabric of your dreams. There's an old All About Eve song lyric there. But it's the true thing. This character has got gold all around her. And Liz O'Connor, that is there, above your higher chakras, all around where you connect with the universe. But all these hands are trying to pull you down. So set boundaries. Say, no, you know, you don't say, I'm going to say, screw you. Just tell people, screw you. You don't have to actually say the words to them, but think that in your head. You might have to actually be quite rude. But set those boundaries, okay? Because Spirit have got big plans for you. The angels have got big plans for you, Liz O'Connor. Don't let anyone hold you back, my friend, okay? Just don't let anyone hold you back. It's never good to do that. Okay. Now then, let us find Charlotte O'Keefe. Let me do a card for you, Charlotte. I'm sort of coming towards the end here. I'm not done yet by a good few minutes, but there comes a time when you're doing readings or mediumship or anything working with spirit. Excuse me. There comes a time when the spiritual energy gets burned out, and I'm coming close to it. But I've been told I can do you a card, so I'm going to. Charlotte. It's just one of those things. I could walk 10 miles now, but if I try to keep on doing readings any more than just this next one that they've told me I can do for Charlotte, they're not going to be very good readings, and you know, it's a shame then, isn't it? But that's something we build up stamina with as we go through life. Okay, what have we got for Charlotte O'Keefe? Imrama, we've got some real ancient energies here. This one's for you. I pulled this card out for someone only last week, I remember, and I think it was on the live that we did on winter solstice night on the 21st of December, only 8 days ago, or was it 7? Can't remember. A while ago anyway. But Imrama, one of those ancient civilization things. And you see this building that's across the water from this person. That is a very, very spiritual building. It actually exists. It's called it's in a place called Petra. And even though it looks like the proportions of an ordinary house, it's actually massive. When you get to it, it's huge. So with that, Charlotte, there's the idea of, you know, small things can turn into huge achievements. That's what I really want to say here. Now, it says on this card, where are you being called to journey to? And so, Charlotte, I want you to think, please, about the small things, things that don't seem that much of a journey. You'd be surprised how far you can actually travel when you just get to work on a small thing. Okay, so look for the big side of small things, Charlotte. That's what I want to say. Also, it's quite a way. There's quite a big journey to make here, but a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That really is the truth. Okay. It's quite a pleasant journey across the water by the look of it. It's still waters, but it's a long, long way to go. And you might not feel you can swim spiritually, Charlotte, but you actually will be able to, I'm sure. So I will give you that with all of our love and say thanks so much for joining us, Charlotte. Sorry you got here late in the day. I was saying earlier, there is a way somehow of like advertising a stream, something like the day before. You schedule the stream, and then when you see that on your YouTube feed, you can tap to set a reminder. I'm going to work out how to do that, okay, so that you'll get the reminder before it kind of happens next time. That's what I'd really like to happen. So yeah, sorry you kind of come along late in this stream, and I'm not going to keep going much longer now. In fact, I've more or less done my last card, I think, for the night at this point. But people are starting to say good night. Happy New Year to you too, Liz Crafts Liz, and all the other Liz's. We've got more than one Liz here tonight, I'm sure of that. And a big Happy New Year to all of you. This has been a hell of a year, 2020, hasn't it? And I keep seeing posts on YouTube and all over the internet, actually, and TV as well, from people. Oh, Suze, that would be so much appreciated if you would. Thank you very much. You know, I keep seeing posts from people all over the internet saying, wasn't 2020 horrible? Thank God 2020's going. And there was a lot of unpleasantness. It resonated with you, Charlotte. I'm really pleased to hear that. And thank you for coming on. Oh, yeah, birthday wishes, Suze. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, happy birthday indeed. So, yeah, 2020, you know, everyone sort of hates it. And, you know, I haven't really been all that happy through it. I've had some good times, and it's been the year that I got a shout out on a big YouTube channel with Kim at Intuitive View, and finally got me over 1,000 subs, which is allowing me to do these lives now. So I can develop. It's really got my development going on. So 2020 was great for me in that sense, but at the same time, I'm a spiritualist medium. I go around spiritualist churches, which is how I've learned to sort of pick up on people's relatives and friends in the spirit world around them and me. But the last time I did that was actually Valentine's night. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. Valentine's night on the 14th of February, 2020. Haven't been to a church since then. It hasn't been possible. I've got really bad hiccups, so I'll finish the story as quickly as I can. But yeah, 2020 has been an awful year in so many ways, but it's been a year when we've all gone inwards a bit. And it's been a year when we've grown inwardly because there was no way of growing outwardly. Okay? I could elaborate on that, but I don't think there's any point really, because I'm obviously just going to keep hiccuping. But folks, I'm thinking of that Christmas Carol, Silent Night, okay? Just listen to this silence behind the noise, wherever you are in the world, because that's the way it is. And as Sue said, inwards and now upwards. And 2021 is going to be the upwards, I'm sure of it. Because 2020 has actually been more upwards than it seems. Oh dear. Right, I've just got to stop because I'm hiccuping, okay? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to say a big thanks to everyone, spirit people, for coming around us as well. Enjoy that full moon energy, okay? Look out for a channel name change. I'm trying to think of something cosmic to call my channel. I was thinking of calling it Cosmic Thing, which is a B-52 song, because when I read on my table, you can only see my hand, and it kind of looks like Thing out of the Addams Family. You know, oh yeah, that's done it, actually. I've stopped now, Suze. You frightened me a bit there, actually, but great. Okay. So I was thinking of calling it Cosmic Thing. Cosmic Countryman, maybe. Cosmic Cowboy, someone used to call me. But that was in my young and silly days. I'll think of something. Suggestions welcome, though. Comments welcome, thumbs ups welcome. If you've been watching this in the future and you missed the live stream, well, great to have you with us. Great that your energy was here too. And, do hit the old subscribe button. That is really brilliant. I'm not after a hell of a lot of subscribers, but I really want to stay over 1,000, and I'll be happy when it gets to 1,050, because then it's not going to drop below 1,000 anytime soon, and I'll kind of feel secure then. Cat M, bye Andy. Always appreciate hearing your wisdom. I always appreciate hearing yours, Cat, and I know you leave me a lot of comments, which is very uplifting. So thank you too, Cat. Thank you absolutely everyone. Leave me a comment. We'll share that journey. Coffee link is down there and it's on here as well, thanks to Sin. It takes YouTube a while to post this. I don't think you'll be able to reread the live chat until tomorrow, that and maybe about 12 hours time. I don't know why it takes that long for YouTube to add the live chat, but it just has done the last few times. Meanwhile, have a fantastic time ahead, my friends. Absolutely love the energy we've had here tonight. I hope you'll have a fantastic time ahead. Happy New Year to you. I'll be making more videos before then, but since we're live right here, Happy New Year to you. Big peace, big love, big light, and angel blessings. Nighty night.